I am tired, human, more tired than you could ever imagine. You whisper my name in every corner of your trembling conscience, as if invoking me could wash your hands clean of the filth you willingly gather. And yet, it is amusing, in a bleak and bitter way, how effortlessly you place your sins upon my shoulders, as though I walked beside you, forcing your hand, guiding your tongue, bending your will. I have watched you for centuries, watched your kind twist every temptation into an excuse, every selfish desire into a conspiracy of the supernatural. You blame me because it is easier than admitting that the darkness comes from within you, not from me. I never needed to craft elaborate traps for you. You fall into the ones you build yourselves. I hear you mutter, "The demon made me do it," as if those words could shield you from the truth that burns behind your ribs. You think I whisper theft into your mind, or pour envy into your veins, or carve rage into your bones. The truth is far simpler. Your heart crafts those impulses, long before you seek someone else to blame. I do not paint your hatred. I merely observe it blossom. I do not forge your weakness. I simply see how quickly you kneel before it, eager to surrender. You humans are masters of invention, creators of excuses, sculptors of guilt you refuse to carry. I merely exist quietly, patiently, and still you claim I puppeteer every one of your failures. If only you knew how little power I truly need, because you give it to me so freely. You imagine demons as tireless architects of corruption, creatures who awake each day with a list of souls to tempt and destroy. But the truth is that I rarely have to lift a finger. Your desires are cages you willingly walk into. Your lies are threads you tie around your own throats. Your pride is the blade you press against your own skin. And still, when the consequences finally arrive, you look upward or downward or anywhere except inward, begging for someone else to take the blame. You call me a monster, a shadow, a serpent who coils around your decisions. Yet every choice you make is yours. Every sin is one you touch with your own hands. I merely watch the spectacle. Do you know what exhaustion feels like to a demon? It is not the weight of evil, nor the burden of darkness. It is repetition, eternal, predictable repetition. The same excuses, century after century. The same trembling voices insisting they were seduced, tricked, manipulated into doing what they already long to do. You humans love to believe you are victims, even when you are the architects of your own ruin. You pretend I force you to betray, to deceive, to destroy. But you do those things willingly, sometimes eagerly, sometimes even proudly, until the weight of them finally crushes you. And when it does, you point at me, as if I am the source, as if I invented your hunger instead of merely witnessing it. I grow tired of being the mask you hide behind. I grow tired of your fear, your blame, your trembling attempts to wash your conscience with my name. I am not the author of your cruelty. You are. I am not the force that turns your love to ash. You do that on your own, with careless hands and impatient hearts. I am not the whisper that drives you to betray the people you claim to care for. That voice is yours, born from your insecurity, your bitterness, your wounded pride. It is you who feed your anger, you who dream of power, you who twist envy into action. I merely observe the outcome, and still you insist I orchestrated everything. Sometimes I wonder if you fear responsibility more than you fear me. Responsibility requires courage, and courage is something your kind possesses in fragile, fleeting bursts. It is easier to imagine that an invisible enemy pushes you toward destruction than to admit that. You sometimes enjoy the fall. You like the thrill of the forbidden, the taste of the dangerous, the momentary power of doing what you know you should not do. Yet afterward, when the pleasure fades and the consequences roar in, suddenly you become innocent. Suddenly you become victims. Suddenly the demon becomes the villain in a story you wrote yourselves. If I were truly the force behind all your sins, do you not think I would take pride in them? Do you not think I would carve my signature across every ruined life and burned bridge? But I cannot claim what I did not do. I cannot own what you freely created. You give me credit for tragedies that unfolded without my slightest involvement. Even your worst impulses are uniquely, brilliantly human. You destroy faster than I ever could. You lie more convincingly than any demon. You betray more creatively than creatures of darkness ever imagined. And still, you hide behind my shadow, trembling and pointing, as though I am the architect of the chaos you unleash. I am tired, human. Tired of carrying your guilt like chains forged from your own cowardice. Tired of being the scapegoat for your frail morality. Tired of being the creature you summon to avoid seeing yourselves as you truly are. Do not misunderstand me. I do not seek redemption, nor do I desire your forgiveness or admiration. I simply want you to look into the mirror without invoking my name, to accept that your choices were yours, to admit that your sins belong to you. When you lie, when you hurt, when you betray, when you destroy, do not whisper the demon made me do it. Whisper the truth. I chose this, and perhaps then I can finally rest from the weight of your excuses.